Hi, Gabby. How are you?
Hi, good evening. Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm okay. Thank you. Gabby, I don't know if Ruth told you or wrote you about the classes. Did you receive some other message?
Yes. She wrote me this morning.
Perfect. Yes, because she told me that she is going to talk with you
Mhm.
because you are going to start with the group in TOEFL, right? This Monday, right?
Yes.
Yes, so that's the only case that you could get your score on February.
Yes, yes. She explained me.
Perfect. So is it okay?
Uh, well, it's like I don't know how to say this, but if I have to be honest, I think I'm going to take the test without finish the course because, like I said, and I was doing research yesterday. Yes, my scores
Yeah.
take like 2 weeks to be well. They send me to an email, but yes, I think I'm going to take the test for maybe January the 19th or some date like that. Of course, I'm going to take all the course because I pay for everything, but
Mhm.
I'm going to take the tests
Before.
before. Yes.
Wow. Okay, yes, it's not gonna be a problem because as you're gonna start, for example, this Monday,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna see most of the, for example, skills, the
Mm-hmm.
advices or the requirements for the TOEFL. So it's gonna help you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, okay. But do you know, I don't know, maybe for example, some specific requirements for giving the test?
No, but I don't. I believe in I believe in myself, and I know that I can study intensive like these
Yeah.
2 weeks because I only have 2 weeks. And I can make it because it's because I want to take an scholarship, and the how can I say this, the announcement maybe for the scholarship is it's going to be in maybe February the 10th.
Oh,
So yes, and I need the TOEFL as
at
a
that date, right?
yes. So if I do the test later, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like I get the course and everything, so that's why I'm going to take the the tests in January.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna do it well. Perfect.
Yes,
Okay.
I think I'm going to
Yeah. Yes,
study.
you're gonna do it. Well, so yes, and it's gonna be okay. The same, for example, if you take the scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start with the groups of TOEFL, right? This
Mm-hmm.
Monday, because as we're gonna finish with the course on 19 January,
Mm-hmm.
after that, you were supposed to start like recently the group of TOEFL test. So it was like one more month. So I don't know, like starting to March or finishing February, you would finish it. So if you're gonna accelerate, it's gonna be okay. So
Yes.
now you're gonna be like free for your scholarship.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I didn't read when I take the course. I didn't read the additional month. I think that
Uh,
it was like 2 months and that's it. But no, but it's fine. Hmm, if I how can I say this? If the time wasn't running, it would be amazing to take the course like its schedule, but
yeah.
mm, time is against me.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, Gabby, but yes, you're gonna do it well. So let's wait for that. And maybe when you're gonna start with your study, your accelerated 2 weeks like of
Mhm.
studying, I will send you some okay, some documents that helped me a lot when I gave it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Gabby. So now well, they told me that we have to talk about, for example, the schedule because
Mhm.
I think the TOEFL group is on, I don't know. Well, it's gonna be on Monday, but it's gonna be at 7, right?
Yes, I read that the 7 to 8
To 8.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have another time gap.
Yes, if it's okay, we can take the class from 8 to 8:30, like that. No, 8. I think
Yes.
it's
Yes.
good. It is okay with you.
I don't know if we could do it
Mm-hmm.
at 10 because I have classes at 8 and at 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, or um,
Or maybe I will tell you tomorrow. Maybe I can
okay.
talk with the student if
Mm-hmm.
she can, for example, on 8. So I will tell you. Okay,
Okay. Or
on at 7.
maybe it can be 6 or it's too early.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. So we could do it at 6.
Okay, it's fine. I'm going to talk to my boss, so
Ah,
I'm not going to stay in my job uh, late just for this month. No, it's going to be
yeah.
like 2 weeks,
Yes,
and then yes, normal. But yes, it can be at 6.
perfect. It's okay. Don't worry, guys.
Okay.
So as you
Okay.
could do it,
Thank
for
you.
example, 5, we can start like 6, 6:15, 6:30, for example. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect, guys. So, well, we are now done. Okay, so now today we're gonna finish with the other two grammars, okay?
Mhm.
So let's go to the platform and well, we have to do the past perfect continuous, right? We know we saw what was the past perfect, but now we're gonna see the continuous way. So we're gonna see here the structures for this. So in this case, we have, if we had the past perfect, what was the auxiliary? It was had, right? So if we're talking about continuous, always with continuous we use verb to be, but in this case, the verb to be in third column, okay? And the continuous way with verb with ing. Of course, we're not gonna forget the subject, right? So, well, we have here, one example. I can say, well, I can have, for example, two sentences in only one using a simple past and a past perfect but in continuous way. Okay, for example, I could say, I don't know, for example, I, okay, I arrived or I went out. I went out. I went out when you had been coming here. Okay, so here I can say that some action was in a progress way. You had been coming here, right? But I didn't know it. So what happened before I went out, right? So this is my past continuous. I could use when, I could use another connector, or maybe it's not necessary. I can only write, for example, only past perfect continuous, okay? It's not necessary always with a past symbol. Okay, so this is for affirmative. In other case, we have the negative. The negative, it's gonna be the same, but what do we have to do? We have to add not, right? Hadn't or had not. So she hadn't been, for example, studying. She hadn't been studying all day long, for example. So here we are only using the past perfect continuous, right? So can we make questions with this? Yes, we can do it. So what's gonna be the only thing that we're gonna use had at the beginning and after the subject. They were the same as the others. So with the question. So for example, had you been, I don't know, had you been reading a book since last month, for example? So we can answer with yes, no questions, like yes, I had with the same auxiliary, or maybe no, I hadn't with the same auxiliary. Okay, so this is the structures that we're going to use in past perfect continuous. Okay, so this is the only, and we don't have to forget, for example, that when we talk about continuous, we're going to use only being and verb with ing. We don't use the verb in third column, right, in past participle. So that is the only difference. Now, for example, we can see here some examples in the platform, and we're gonna say this. Talia arrived at 10. I've been waiting for 3 hours to hear the recording. So it says Talia stayed. Maybe what does this sentence mean? As she said, for example, he said, I've been waiting for 3 hours to hearing the recording. It means that if she went out at 10, she was like waiting like 3 hours, right? So we have like a specific time, or we can deduce, we can guess the time when the action started. So we can say that it was a progressive way. Since 7, it has, or it had been like 8, 9, and 10. So it makes a progressive way, okay? So here, with the structures, always had been and the verb with ing. Okay, always, always. He hadn't been practicing with the team. This is with negative or maybe with contraction. Hadn't. In some cases, we could use it says by, okay, when we're gonna make a specific the time. By 10, for example, okay, the specific, I've been waiting for 3 hours. So if right now it is, for example, 7:30, it means that I was waiting like 5, right? No,
Mhm.
4:30, right? So I have the specific time and I can make like assume or rest. So I have the specific, okay? So
Mhm.
this is the only thing about past perfect. I don't know if you have some question about this grammar, Gab.
No, it's okay.
Perfect. Okay, Gabby, so now let's go to the platform.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to, yes, it is a sign. So let's open past perfect continue.
Okay. Do you like your new apartment? I love it before. Mm. Now when I start. Mm. I was. So I did check the time. But three. But you.
Okay, so let's see it. Perfect, any mistake. Let's go next. Yes.
Mm. Was it
Okay, just
One.
one.
Mm,
Having, becoming. Mm. By the time she, by the time. In this case, we are
mhm,
using simple past, right? Because I reported it, uh, Karen said, by the time she became
mhm,
editor of her high school newspaper, right?
mhm,
Because it is not in progressive. It
mhm,
is not becoming right now. So she became,
mhm.
okay?
Be- Okay.
Perfect. Now it's okay. Now let's go to the next grammar. The next it is should, but we're gonna see this should because we saw that should we use for giving advices, right? So we're gonna see how to give advices but in past. Okay. For example, when you give an advice in present, it is only should plus the verb in base form. For example, you should study more because that is
Mhm,
an advice in present. But what happened, for example, if you said me, I, I have a lot of work, I can't travel, so I will give you an advice, but for past. For example,
mhm,
tú deberías haber viajado antes, cuando
mhm,
tenías tiempo, right? So that is the advice for past, okay? When you didn't do it, but you had the chance, the opportunity to do it before, okay?
mhm,
So we're gonna have, in this case, subject plus have, sorry, I should, the first auxiliary, have, and as we're using have, okay, this is the perfect auxiliary, we're gonna use the verb in past participle plus the complement. So we can say, for example, uh, you, you should have you should have, for example, the example that I was giving you, you should have traveled before when you had time. Okay, so this is an advice, but for past. Okay, always should with have and the verb in past participle. Okay, so this is when we use with affirmative. When we use for negative, well, before here, we can see here some examples. You should have worn a different outfit. Jeans were too informal. So this is an advice in past, okay? And also we can express regrets using this should have. I should have known better. I shouldn't have trusted you. Okay, so it is like an advice for ourselves, but like regretting, okay?
mhm,
It's your fault. You should have kept your promises, okay? So
mhm,
regretting. And after this, we have for example, negatives. What happens if we use negatives? We're gonna use not, or we're gonna put not, but always in the first auxiliary, okay?
mhm,
For example, in this case, it's gonna be in should not, and after have. Always we're gonna put not. When we use two auxiliaries, always not in the first one, okay?
mhm,
For example, she shouldn't, she shouldn't have, shouldn't have done that. This, okay, this couple is going to be angry, for example. Going to be, okay, so like regretting is like an advice, okay? And of course, can we make questions with this? Yes, we can. And we're gonna put first the first auxiliary, okay? In this case that it is should. And after should, we're gonna put between should and have that we have those two auxiliaries, we're gonna put the subject. So should, subject, have, like the verb in past participle and complement. Okay, so for example, we could say, should you, maybe, should you have, should you have, okay, bought that? Should you have bought that? Maybe because it was expensive, okay? And of course, if we answer with a yes, no question, we are going to answer in this case with both auxiliaries, okay? Yes, I should have the affirmative one, or negative, no, I shouldn't have, okay? So always in yes, no questions with both auxiliaries in answers, okay? Perfect. About this grammar, do you have maybe some question?
No, it's fine.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So now let's go to the platform and let's do the exercises. Okay. Perfect. Any mistake? Now let's go to the next. Perfect, any mistake. Great, Gabby. So I don't know if you have some doubts in order to clear it up here
No,
about
it
this.
was fine. It was clear.
Yes, perfect,
Mhm.
yes. Only should we use for present advices and should have with past participle with for past advices or regretings. Okay,
Mhm.
that is the only difference. Okay, Gabby, so now with that grammar we finish all unit 2. So I will assign you, okay? Mm, okay. Okay, so it is assigned. Okay, so you're going to do it until this Sunday. Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna finish with the daily survey. Tomorrow you are gonna have time to have the classes, right, Gabby? Or maybe you can't.
Yes, I have time.
Ah, okay. Yes, I was asking you because of uh, the the sharing about New Year's Eve, right? So yes, some students ask for permission, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
But if it's
No, it's fine.
perfect, great, great. So well, Gabby. So see you tomorrow. Take care a lot.
See you tomorrow. Take care a lot too. Bye bye.
Bye.